Welcome. So today's color is red, as you can see. Do you guys like my sparkly ring? I don't think I'm going to be able to keep it on because it's a little too big for me, but I had to share it. But today's creature is red. So far, we have done several creatures of the rainbow, and we're going to complete every color in these live stream series. So far, we have done creatures for the colors pink, yellow, green, and purple. I have them all here, so I'll kind of give a little recap. And usually I write down all the ideas on this side, so if you come into the live a couple minutes late or something, you can kind of see what we've been brainstorming. We just keep a brainstorm over here, so we don't always use all these ideas, but it just sort of starts the whole scenario. Ketchup. Oh, do you think you could make a red hamster named Rose, Ketchup, or Tomato? I am open to it. However, we do have the rat thing. Usually our cohorts in these are rats. So we'll see. Ruby, I think she'd be outgoing and excited. Ruby, Maroon, Ketchup, Rose, and Mary might be good names. Oh, Mary! I like Mary because it's not too on the nose. You know? Could this creature be an evil king? Can you place a rose in her hair? Okay, wait, I'll write roses. Guys, I have thoughts. I love your rings. Thank you. Will this creature be a girl or boy? I don't know yet. Boy, probably, someone says. Yeah, we just figure it out while making it. It's just sort of like we can't decide everything before, you know, it needs to take shape. The brother that isn't preferred or the most popular, but he was chosen as a ruler by rules. He takes all the people that hate him. Rose Cherry Malone. Maroon and Mary are just my best picks of names, for real. Mary is a red name. Mary is a really good name. I really like Mary. Okay, you guys. We're going to get started. So, of course, here we have some of the ideas you guys have come up with so far in the first few minutes of the live. Here we have the previous creatures from these color live streams where I create a creature based on colors. We have Ellie Belly Bean, Donovan Pinkerton. This was the yellow creature, and her rat Winnie. We decided she's the younger sister of Princess Penelope Petunia Gonzalez Pinkerton III, who's obviously the pink creature, and she has a rat named Pinky. Love her. Then we have Gertrude Gonzalez Pinkerton and her rat Igor. She's like a little lab rat scientist, and she was really fun. Although I will just like quickly mention, I accidentally deleted my green live stream. I know. It's like truly tragic, and I'm actually really upset about it because it kind of takes something out of the series. Like you look at all my saved lives and there's going to be a color missing. So while we do have obviously the sketch, we have the final creature reveal video, I was thinking, should we maybe perhaps possibly do a bonus green creature live? Maybe it'll be short, maybe it'll just be like an hour, but should we do a bonus green live with a new green creature just because, like, just so that we have all the colors in the lives? I don't know. What about a fighter? Masculine names, Maroon, Robin, and William. Robin's a good name. Heart in French. Is she named Igor after the album? No, but I do know what you're talking about. It's a great name. It's just a great name. Can you make their pose watering red flowers? Can you make him/her a strawberry maker? Oh, that's so cute. Yes, and make it nature themed. Yes. Maybe the new green creature could be a younger sibling to the existing one. Yeah, like I was thinking because we went like laboratory potion vibes with this one, we could do a green one that's like naturey, because those were the two directions we were kind of deciding between on that live, and like maybe we could go in that direction. There's a lot you can do with green, you know? So anyways, moving on. And then for our last live, which was purple, we created Mauve Aubergine St. Clair, who was adopted by the St. Clair family, if you know, you know, and her rat Mavis, who is like floating and slumbering in a cloud. So that's kind of where we're at with our creatures. Today we're doing red, so over here I have a collection of some of my red creatures, just to get you guys inspired. Maybe Miller is, she has a giant like deep red bow in her hair, and she's wearing She's not actually, I think the only thing is her red bows, but I love it. It's such a rich, deep, like velvet. I love that. Rebuff Plotkin, he is a recent one. He's one of my villains. He's actually my only male villain character. Then there's Amanita Schmetterling, who is, you know, a little bit near and dear to our hearts because she is the first creature I created on the lives. I didn't actually, she's not part of the color series. This was just when I was kind of like initially deciding to do lives and see how it would go. We created her and she's a little mushroom character. And, you know, of course, her mushroom hat is red. This person says, I love the bows that you draw. Thank you. Thank you. Honestly, it took me a while to kind of like get my style of bow drawing down. That sounds kind of weird, but like it's true. Because I used to struggle a lot with drawing bows and now I feel like I really have it down. I love Maybe Millers. Anyways, then I have my 900 subscribers character. This is Sally Milestone. She's so cute. She's wearing multiple different shades of red and has like dark red hair. So cute. I love her. She's like kind of low-key one of my favorites and low-key one of your favorites. I've noticed she always like kind of people love her. People always comment about her, you know. And then we have the Kaplans. These are just the younger Kaplans. They're wearing black and then red, like a neon red. So I believe she has the neon red hair and the black suit, and he has the black hair and the neon red suit. I realized when I drew him and created him with the black hair that I kind of just drew like a little Elvis, but I'm honestly not that mad about it. I didn't do that on purpose, but it kind of just happened. Anyways, moving on. This is the pose that I came up with for the red creature. Now, I will tell you guys my thoughts for the red character. My initial thought was like fabulous and flamboyant, honestly. Like I was thinking someone more elegant, upscale, a little bit just like elevated. This elevated. But it was kind of giving elevated. So I did someone who's kind of a little bit slinky and fun and straightforward. I really think most of these creatures have been looking to one side or the other. So I thought this would be fun. Like she's dancing. I feel like this lends itself to a lot because it could be like the elegant slinky vibes, or it could be like the fun salsa dancing vibes, or it could be like Queen of Nature. I don't know. I'm going to give you guys my one concept idea before I continue reading the chat. I had a thought. And what if we created, since I know you guys love this creature that we made on the live, Amanita Schmetterling, what if we created like her either older sister or like mother? And this could be like the ultimate like mushroom like queen. And it could be like a more elegant giant mushroom hat and like a very slinky sort of like multicolored nudes, nude like tones and beiges and taupes and stuff like for the outfit. And it could be like really long and slinky dress. I don't know, I just thought we could maybe tie in Amanita Schmetterling because she has that red and it's nature, but it's like fun. I don't know. Those are my thoughts. Now I'm going to go ahead and read the chat a little bit. What is the paper type? This is tracing paper, as you can see. Make the creature a boy so it's not stereotypical. We could do that. However, it's also kind of fun that we've been drawing the girls and we didn't even mean to. Sassy pose. Yeah, this is a sassy pose. And we can change it. But this is just something different. I feel like most of my other live creatures have been like kind of a more of a blank canvas pose. Like it's just like, here they are. And I thought this one would kind of like inform a bit more. You know what I mean? I have tracing paper too. OMG, yes. I love tracing paper so much. It looks so thin, and has it ever ripped? Yeah, but honestly, you'd be surprised how much it doesn't rip because it's very durable. It's made for this. You know what I mean? And you're constantly like putting things over each other and like tracing stuff and redrawing it. So if it ripped easily, that would be like deeply frustrating. Zoe draws on tracing paper, right? Yes, I think so. Please make it a boy. We could. Give her a veil. Ooh, remember your early videos? Doodles. Oh, I posted my dog. I posted original characters, vampires, a vampire. I did some original character like challenges with like audios that were like trending in like the artist world, I guess. I did a harpy. a weird core. I did breakfast, desserts, vampire, fairy. I think those are all the ones that I did. That's fun that you remember my old videos. I mean, it's really not that long ago. It's like probably 4 months ago. Um, it's just we've grown and honed in on the creatures so much that it feels like such a long time ago. A helper. I like that idea. And dessert. Yes, I did dessert creature. Zoe, may I give an idea? It would need some pose changing, but sure, go ahead. I'm open to all the ideas. But I do want to get started because I don't want to be on here for 1,000 years. Last time I was like, this is going to be a shorter live, like I always say. And it was not. It was actually maybe one of my longest that I've done. So, anyways. Oh, I should keep the pose so that you guys can kind of see. Could the helper be a rat? Yes. Wait, what do you guys think of the mushroom idea? Like, do you want to do another mushroom like queen or not really? I can make a creature now too because I have tracing paper. Yes. Actually, someone sent me a message on... Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Someone sent me a message saying that I should create like templates for my creatures and like so that you guys can draw the creatures too. And I just don't really know how I would go about that. And I don't know, I feel like I really just I don't know. I just wanted to acknowledge that because someone did bring that up. And I'm like, is that, I don't know, does that make sense? Like, I feel like I want to inspire you guys. I don't want you to like trace my creatures. You know what I mean? Like, I want to inspire you to make your own things, kind of. Strawberry themed. I do like strawberry themed. Honestly, that's really, really cute. It's called a fashion style. Yes. Well, also just a vibe. I get what you're saying, Zoe. Thank you. Okay, people are arguing in the chat slightly. Let's decide what we're thinking. Like, let's get a move on. I think the gender is not that relevant yet, to be completely honest. It depends what we decide to do, what we decide to make the theme, what we want them to be wearing, what their expression is going to look like. Like, it's not that deep. Someone says, I'm trying to make my art look like yours. Well, you should make your art look like yours. Although, in order to sort of develop your own style, I do understand, like, sometimes you want to kind of emulate other art that you like, and then you'll come to your own style. Mary pomegranate. Ooh, pomegranate. Pomegranate. Is it an A? Oh, that doesn't look right. An I? Huh. I should really know how to spell pomegranate. Strawberry. Oh, sorry, I thought you really meant that. Meant what? Wait, you guys are really conversing amongst yourselves in here? I'm screaming. Okay, wait, why are people screaming? Okay, you guys, let's decide what we're gonna do. So if we go the strawberry route, the only thing with the strawberry route is it's kind of one-dimensional. Like, if we're doing a strawberry theme, we're gonna go all in with the strawberry theme. It's gonna be like strawberry. You know what I mean? And we could do that. Honestly, that could be really fun. Like, if we were to keep this pose, which I do really like this pose, honestly, we could do like a Sally Milestone thing. You see how she has a heart on a string? This one could have like strawberries dangling. Like, wouldn't that be kind of fun? I comment on almost all of your videos. Yes, I do recognize you. What do we think about fruit? We could like sort of expand on the red fruits because there are a lot. There's pomegranate, strawberry, cherries, apples. Guys, what about like a poison apple type of thing? Since I've noticed a lot of you guys are thinking sort of like a villainous type of character for red. But we kind of have to decide because I feel like there's really two sort of, well, kind of three directions, but really two in my opinion. There's kind of like the deeper red, the poison apple, the cherry, and then there's like the fun cutesy vibe, which is like strawberries and summer and like nature or like mushrooms or there's also that kind of more like solemn in between of like a rose or flowers, but I don't know. I'm just not really seeing that for this creature, but it could be. Yes, poison apple. Poison apple's kind of perfect. Let me cook. Yes. Apple. Okay. Honestly, I'm really liking the idea of the poison apple. I'll write it in red. Actually, no, because this pen isn't that thick. Apple, poison apple. I like that idea. I really like that idea. What do you guys think of the pose? Because I think this is fun and I think we can really work with this, but the only thing is we are almost 20 minutes into the live and we haven't really started. I think a cutie patootie. That's why you're thinking strawberry. Love the sassy pose. Thank you. Just got here. Did I miss anything important? Okay, Amanita Schmetterling Lover is here. We actually have Amanita right here. We're kind of deciding between like the two directions because just to give a little update since you just joined. The options are kind of like the deep, mysterious, elegant, sort of elevated red that is like poison apple or cherries or the rose or something. Or there's like the cute, kind of more naturey vibes, which is like the mushroom or the strawberries and summer. You know what I mean? I suggested like mushroom queen that could be related to Amanita Schmetterling. That could have like a giant, elegant mushroom hat and then like a beige, neutral toned, like long gown. But literally nobody really went for that. So, But poison apple seems like the direction we're going to go in. I do also feel like this pose could have some villainousness to it, or at least sort of mischievousness. And I think that would be really fun for this. Yeah, like honestly, we could add her to the villain series if we like it. She could be a plotkin. Guys, Apple Plotkin. Honestly, Apple would be kind of a cute name. Because we don't have a red female villain. The only red villain is Rebuff, who's a male. So we could add her to the villain series. Should she be a plotkin, you guys? Glamorous, bold, and confident. They return to being sour by everyone around them. I like that idea. Apple core. Wait. I have thoughts. First of all, apple core is a double meaning because it's like apple core, like cottage core, but it's like also the core of an apple. And you guys, does this pose not kind of look like the core of an apple? Apple core. I think we just thought of something. Or did I just come up? Well, you guys came up with that. But like apple core with apple core vibes. Okay, you guys get what I'm saying. Can I just randomly say that Afternoon Cooper has some kind of things going on? What do you mean elaborate? He's obviously going through it a little bit, but that's kind of his energy. I mean, he has a neon green mohawk and he's in a slump, Yeah, an apple core isn't all red, but I don't know, it could be fun. She could have like wild fun red hair that's like really structured. And then she could have a slinky apple core dress with like the seeds could be like her jewelry or like a pattern on her dress or something. Poison apple queen, but she's sassy. I love that. Marilyn. Ooh, I like Marilyn. Mary for short. Now we're really, guys, I think we're really starting to get somewhere. And maybe all this conceptualizing is going to lead to like a faster drawing, honestly. Mary slash Marilyn. This person really wants to make it a boy, and I totally understand why, but I just don't feel like everything we're talking about and everything we're deciding is leading to this creature being a boy. I'm gonna be honest. It just feels like we're going in the direction of a girl. But the girls are just the girls. But you know what we could do? You know what we could do on these lives is we could do all the girls for the colors, and then we could do all the boys. We could. We could. Because we're going to need another series for the lives after we finish this. But anyways, we're jumping ahead. I'm jumping ahead. Hi, sorry I'm late. Hi, Madison. No, you're fine. Basically, we've just been brainstorming. This is the pose. I think we're going to go towards poison apple. Cutting an apple in the middle, there's a star inside. That's so true. She could have a star in the middle. Took 20 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, we could make boy cohorts. Exactly. We could do cohorts for each of the color creatures that are their boy counterparts, whether that's like their twin or their partner in crime or whatever. She could be the wife to rebuff Plotkin. I like that idea. Apple is such a good idea. Okay, you guys, I'm really liking the apple vibes. So let's kind of decide where we're going with this. If she's going to have apple vibes, oh, you know what she could have? You know what would be kind of fun? She could have an apple on the top of her head, on the very top of the center of her head. You know? Oh, this person really wants strawberry. And I get why. I really do. But I just feel like we're heading towards the poison apple. But here's the thing, you guys. I literally introduce a new creature every single day. And I've proven that over more than 3 months. So there is always room for more creatures. Like if you really want a strawberry creature, we can do a fruit series. We can create a strawberry creature in the future. There are so many creatures to be created. I can barely even sleep, honestly. That's how many creatures we have, okay? So do not fear if we don't end up using your idea. I think just sort of lean into the creation of what we're doing and just enjoy that, knowing that like there's always more creatures to be created. You know? Can we start? Yes. Oh, wait, now a bunch of people are saying strawberry. Oh, gosh. All right, yeah, put a strawberry if you want a strawberry, but put an apple if you want an apple. Because I'm only saying strawberries because there's no other option. Wait, I'm going into summer vacation and I'm going to be a different country. How am I going to watch you? Well, I don't know what country you're in now, and I don't know what country you're going to be in, so it's a little hard to judge. You know? But I will say, I know that people come in here and are on like weird time zones. So you can watch it if you're in another time zone. It's okay. Oh gosh, it's a pretty equal tie between apples and strawberries. I'm seeing more apples, I think. I'm seeing more apples. I see this, it's usually mainly the same 2 or 3 people. 2. Guys, it's the same 2 people commenting the strawberry, and I get it. And I will create a strawberry creature, okay? Like, I promise. I'm in America right now, and I'm going to Colombia soon, so how can I watch you? The time difference isn't going to be that much, I don't think. I think it'll still be a reasonable hour to watch. But if you don't want to watch on live, also you'll be on vacation, just watch the lives later. I keep them up all on my channel, other than the green one, which I didn't mean to. Okay, anyways. Oh, gosh. Okay, apples. We're doing apples, guys. Case closed. So let's just get started. What do we think for her expression? Can the strawberry later? Yes, we can have a sort of male / androgynous strawberry creature. Like that's definitely feasible. Yes. Okay, guys. So let's decide for the expression as well as the hair, as well as do we think apple on the head? I feel like that would be fun because this creature's kind of symmetrical. So I think that could be a fun vibes. Doing my nails. Sorry if I can't talk that much. That's totally fine. I feel like this would be an enjoyable thing to have on while you're painting your nails, honestly. Maybe like fascinated. Oh, she could be looking up at the apple on top of her head. Let's just kind of place the apple. Do you think this size would be good? I think this size would be like perfect. Oh, it's going to be so designed. Same expression as Renee Plotkin. Sassy and confident. Should she be looking up at the apple? I feel like that. Ooh, and there could be like one bite taken out of it. It would be this side. The bite would be taken out, I think. Because just visually, her leg is going in here, and then it would be going in here at the top. You know what I mean? Negative space. Hair based on an apple. I was kind of thinking that too. All right, let's try it out. Are we thinking really big eyes, smaller eyes? What do we think for the eyes? I'm just going to sort of start as usual. And you guys can decide from here what you think works. I feel like this is okay. I can't get super close to the drawing. I always say this, but I'm just letting you know because sometimes I don't notice there's a little bit of asymmetry that I didn't mean to do just because I'm a little far away and I don't notice it until after the live. I'm trying to animate right now. What are you animating? That's so fun. You could add green. Yeah, or her eyes could be green. That could be fun. Not digging the apple on the head. Well, obviously this isn't it. I was just placing it. You know what I mean? Wait, can I make it my profile picture? Make what your profile picture? Floating in the air by magic. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. I like that. Okay. When you say snake eyes, what do you mean by that? I'll show you guys what I was picturing. I actually like the idea of the apple floating above the head, even if it's just slightly, like maybe right here. Oh, that's fun. That's really fun. What I was thinking is that we could do like, what do Renee Plotkin's eyes look like? I can't really. Oh, I remember. They're looking straight forward and she very much has her eyelids like half over the eyes. She could be balancing the apple. That's what I was thinking. That's why I had the apple on her head. Floating apple means mauve. That's so true. Floating apple could mean mauve is like literally right here. Like, wait, where is she? Like she's literally right here, like looking at the apple. Hard to tell because the tracing paper, but you guys, if you know, you know. I think mauve is my favorite. Thank you. Thank you. I do love mauve too. Can I make the drawing my profile picture? Yes, of course. A couple people have made some of the creatures their profile pictures, and I love it. I love it so much. Because I feel like these creatures are real people. So it's just like, it makes sense to me. More alluring or trying to lure you in. Yes, I like that idea. What if her pupils are shaped like an apple? You know what? I don't know if that would work, but there could be a reflection in her eyes. I don't know. That might be a little hard for me to do. This person says more slits for eyes, like a snake. What do we think of that? I'm open to it. I'm going to show you guys what I was picturing, which we can obviously change. But I was picturing like looking right up at the apple. You know? I don't know. What do you guys think? Garden of Eden. No, it is. It really is. But it can be symbolic, you know? Okay, this person keeps saying snake. So let's see. Eyes, yes, no. Thoughts. We could, if you want to make them more, because this is more cute, and I do feel like you guys want to go more alluring, charming. I do feel like she's going to be a plotkin, which makes honestly so much sense. And I think every plotkin except for Rebuff has like an item, like a symbolic item. So it would make sense for one of the villains to have an apple. It really does. Can you make the rat eating the apple on her head? That does make sense, but it does change the visual, you know? Can we make her wink? More closed. Let's see. It would be like, let's see, little moment of silence. Kind of like this. You know? Much more serious. I don't like pupils like this. I really don't. I feel like it's just not really my style of drawing. Although I get the sentiment, it's freaking me out. It's freaking me out. I don't like it. I don't like it. Can we make her wink? I don't think so. Just because I feel like a wink really influences the shape of the body, the way your body is placed, and I don't feel like straight on makes sense for a wink. You know, she'd have to be like putting her head to the side a little bit or something like that. Justice for the rat. I love how we went from apple to snake. Yeah, really, we're veering off, you guys. Thank you. Okay, this is a more sort of alluring look. And we could sort of like, hold on. She could be half kind of looking up, half kind of looking forward. Oh gosh. No, ignore that. Ignore that. What are you guys saying over here? Love your art style. Thank you. Maybe the rat will be holding an apple too. Yes, the rat could be holding an apple that's like too big. You know what I mean? Like the same size as him. How family friendly do you like your channel to be? It's not like the most prominent thing on my mind. But I would say that I like it to be family friendly because I just feel like kids and stuff might enjoy my creatures, and I want it to be like everyone can enjoy them. You know what I mean? What if the apple is floating and the rat is clinging on for dear life? That's so cute. Slay, slay. I think you guys are kind of like talking amongst yourselves. But you guys, I need you to just kind of like guide me on the eyes because I don't really want to do the snake eyes. I don't know. I just don't like the way that it looks. It doesn't really align with my art style. Honestly, that's the truth. That's my truth. I don't know. It just doesn't. So let's go ahead and sort of like start with the nose and the eyebrows and things, and then maybe the eyes will kind of come more naturally to us. I kind of liked her looking up, but I understand that it wasn't like sultry. Rat servant. Sassy eyes. I know, I want to do a sassy diva too. Yes, you can draw yours however you want. Little twinkle in her eye, yes. Rat servant would be more fitting for an evil queen. Okay. Someone's saying that the creatures aren't family friendly because Noon Midway has a cigarette. It's not like it's like for just like, look, I'm not like gonna stunt the creativity. Like, it's my artwork, they're my creatures, they're my characters that I create, but like that's the extent of it. Is like my one creature's holding a cigarette. That's really the extent of it. What if you make a rat, but the rat has the details of a snake? What do you mean? Okay, I'm thinking for the nose, I'm thinking like a simple upturn. Actually, no. I feel like for this like villain type of vibes, we should do a down nose. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Like that. And then do we want her to, I think we want her to be kind of alluring, right? This person wants me to make a pride creature. Like super rainbow vibes. I guess that would be super rainbow vibes. Downturn, I agree. A rat with a snake onesie. See, a snake onesie is tough because snakes don't have limbs. So already you're just like, that's an uphill battle. Trying to figure that out. Bigger nose than usual. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that could work. Right? And then for her alluring sort of vibe, it could be like, wait, no, ignore that. Hold on. I'm just going to keep doing this until I feel like it's correct. This is kind of the same mouth that Renee Plotkin has. But if she ends up being a Plotkin, then they can be related. So it actually would make sense. Stuff the rat in the onesie. I don't know if it's going to work, but we can think about it. We're not even close to doing the rat yet. Yeah. She could have a rip in her dress, or she could have like, wait. Should we start, I'm just gonna keep going. Do you guys like the expression? I think for villain, she would have like super skinny eyebrows. Did I just block the, okay. Or, that's one way we could do it. Or I'm thinking kind of like, you know, like, you know how divas from the 90s have just like, they literally drew their eyebrows on with a pencil with one line? I feel like that's what this is giving. Yes. How are we 40 minutes in? I don't know. But I'm going to start designing her dress because we're going sort of the villain route. So we kind of know, how long do we want her dress to be? Like, I kind of like this. Maybe a little bit more. There. I mean, she's going to have a dress, right? Eyebrows more shifted towards mad. Could be. Her dress would be tight, of course. I'm just going to go ahead and like bring the dress to life. Hold on. Need the other eraser. We are 40 minutes in, but I will say I do feel like we're going to get this creature done a little bit faster than the other one, so I think it's okay. I just feel like, first of all, the gown is such an elegant, like, I just love it. And it takes away also that difficulty of, like, figuring out shoes and figuring out, like, different elements of the outfit. You know what I mean? Perfect. Perfect. What do you guys think of this? I'm just going to kind of keep enhancing it to my liking, but you guys tell me what you think. Dress would be highlighting her features, yes. How do you color them in? I do the color digitally with my Apple Pencil. I basically just take a photo, a literal photograph of the sketch. I bring it into Procreate on my iPad. I literally trace it with a pencil tool exactly as I drew it. And then I simply add the color. It's very therapeutic, honestly. It's very satisfying. I love doing that part. And then I also add the shading, of course. Maybe highlights as well. What do we think? Do we like this sort of big train? I could reel it in a little bit. She should have a dip at the neck. Like Revile Plotkin. Okay, how Revile Plotkin was, okay, so these are the options for the neckline. The neckline could either be sort of an upturned, that type of vibe. Okay, that's one. The other option is obviously sleeves of any kind, but we're not talking about sleeves right now. We could have sort of like this type of neckline, like a little bit of a downturn. We could have sort of like the sweetheart neckline that dips down however much or little we decide. Or what this person mentioned, which was Revile Plotkin, is that one had like pointy and then a dip, you know, like that. So what are you guys thinking for the apple vibes? Oh, you know what would be kind of cute? Also, what we could do, which I don't know if this is like, again, too on the nose, but we could have that and then do like, because it's like the seeds of the apple, you know? Have her hold her apple in one hand and her rat in the other. The rat could be dangling from his tail. In a like happy, fun way, not a negative way. Gloves, you guys want gloves for her? Yes. Okay, this person's mentioning other necklines. Yes. If we don't do a strapless gown, it would be, we could do a turtleneck, which I love. I love doing that. We could do a turtleneck with short sleeves or long sleeves. We could do a tank top neckline. Kind of like, ooh, honestly, this turtleneck one kind of goes with the apple core thing. Yeah. Turtleneck, we could also have turtleneck long sleeve or gloves. I kind of like the idea of gloves, long gloves that could be like here. I don't know. I don't think that they would have frills. I just don't see frills on them. I think they would be sleek and simple like this. What do you guys think? Can you modify the body to be more like the apple core, wider base? The reason that I'm a little bit hesitant to do that is because we drew the body underneath the dress, and so we know that this is like accurate. So like, yeah, you see this line and this line here, and if you were just drawing it off the top of your head, that wouldn't be, and you wouldn't be able to do that naturally. And we drew the dress over her body, so we know that it's accurate underneath, and if I start to change the shape of her body, then I'm gonna lose sight of what her actual body shape was. Do you know what I mean? Can you give her apple earrings? I love that idea. Okay, let's start thinking okay, if you want her to have her apple directly on her head, comment the red apple, and if you wanted her to have it floating, comment the green apple. Because we need to decide. You know? And other than that, someone suggested a little bit meaner for the eyebrows. Okay. Okay, it seems like you guys want the floating apple. If you want the apple to be floating, comment a green apple. If you want it to be on her head, like directly on her head, comment the red apple. Okay, we're gonna do it floating, and we can always move it to like one of her hands or something. It's just the way her hands are currently positioned, it doesn't really make sense, but it might change, who knows. So right now, we're gonna create the floating apple with the bite taken out of it. Or is that too close to the Apple logo? I don't know. The floating apple is kind of a vibe. It's kind of too far above her head, honestly. I feel like it should be a little further down, but that's something I can change later. Add a worm. It looks like the Apple logo. Okay. Yeah, I agree. The apple will not have a bite taken out of it due to copyright. Unless we put the worm in it, then it wouldn't really be the Apple logo, you know? But this could be really fun. When I do the color, it's going to be like shiny, you know? This person says, I still stand for the rat clinging to it. I do kind of like that idea. Honestly, I just like the symmetricalness of this, but I might get over that the more that we draw. And then the thing is that the apple, since it's not attached to her head, is very changeable. So if we decide when it comes time to create the rat that we want him to be clinging to it, I think that will be fine. My bestie and me are watching this together, and she said hi. Hi. That sounds so fun. Add some sort of purple aura around the apple because mauve. I like that lore-wise. I don't know if I'm going to love it color-wise. I guess I'll just have to kind of like come to that conclusion when I'm doing the color, but it's glowing, okay? All right, I think we're in a good place. Right now I'm just going to kind of try and focus on getting the eyes where we want them. So are we wanting them to look up, forward? Like, what are we seriously thinking for the eyes? I'm back. Nice to see you. Okay. Sorry, I get so distracted reading the chat. If we want it to be kind of like Renee Plotkin, I think it was kind of like this. Granted, she doesn't look super evil here, but like she doesn't have to be. Like just because she's part of the villain series doesn't mean she has to like be any type of way. Like the one villain that does have the snake, she's Resist Plotkin. She actually looks quite pleasant because I feel like she allures people, you know? But like, isn't this kind of fun? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that last one. Something like that. Sassy or maybe angry. Up. Swirly eyes. Side. Side what? Maybe Mauve cursed the apple to always float above. Ooh. Mary always hated being compared to an apple. Mauve ended up seeing... Ooh, okay. Lore. It's actually a good idea. Okay. You guys, I'm honestly kind of liking the way these eyes look. And then she has like super fuzzy lashes, which I think is like really fun, honestly. But I just kind of took the liberty of doing that myself. I'm not sure if that's what you guys would want. You know? I don't know. What do you guys think of this? I kind of like it. Should the orange creature be an orange or a pumpkin? I don't know yet. It's actually a good question. I feel like if we go in the direction of like these villains and like this world we've been creating with like the princess, it would make sense to go the pumpkin route. But also like a super summery fruit, peaches and apricots and oranges, like tropical mango creature could be fun. Could be fun. 50 minutes in. Honestly, I think it's okay though, because usually the lives are 2 hours and we have pretty much created her. We just need to do her hair, her accessories, any like little added details, and then her rat, which honestly doesn't take that much time. What do we think of the dress? Like, should there be any type of like design on it? Do we want anything to be happening? And also, do you guys like the sleeveless turtleneck with the high gloves, or should it be a long sleeve? Because I feel like a long sleeve dress could be fun. Right now, the gloves here, I'll color them in because they're like separate from the dress. And I do think, kind of like my creature Sally Milestone, that we could have something dangling from her hands. Because it's just like there's so much perfect space for that, at least one side. Give her a sweetheart neckline. What do you guys think? Sweetheart neckline or the turtleneck? Ooh, what if she was in line for the throne at first but couldn't handle the responsibility, so she ran away and became a villain? Like she's secretly a Pinkerton? Like we think she's a Plotkin, but like we unveil and unfurl the lore and she's actually a Pinkerton. Turtleneck. Okay, it looks like the turtleneck. Oh, wait, I was going to say it looks like the turtleneck is winning, but it's only one person commenting. So, Slay, this person says. The empty space between it seems odd, though. Yeah, it does, but I would make them 2 separate colors, I think. I'd make it work. Apples. Okay, I kind of like that idea, too. But then we're kind of taking a little bit of the like excitement away from the apple floating above her head, which is really fun visually. We could have what could be dangling though is the half. Like, you know how when you cut an apple in half, it's like with the seeds. It could be that is what we see. You know what I mean? Turtleneck. I'm drawing a creature right now. Can you tell me what the name should be? Ooh, oh my gosh, that's a good question. Maybe like do you want it to be like a fun name or do you want it to be like a cute name? Hi, nice to see you. New people joining. Okay, for the new people that are joining, these are the red things that we came up with, but we're going with like a poison apple type of vibe, and I think we're going to add her to the villain series. So I think she's going to be a Plotkin because I don't have a red villain female yet. She could be Mauve's sister. That's true. I made a cookies and cream creature. Oh, that's adorable. Post it. Eating apples. Puppet yanking on the apple, floating. Bottle of poison. That could be. The only thing is that one of our other rats has a bottle of poison. You guys know. I don't even need to bring it out, but you guys know who has a bottle of poison. Igor. Well, it's not poison, though. It's more like potion. What do you guys think of the apple split in half dangling? Also, in terms of the apple split in half thing, she could have that. Like, she's the apple. You know? Just a thought. Just a thought. A cute name. What about Lucinda? Nah. Okay. Shot down. To which part? This one or both? Madison, you always comment the cutest, like, type. I don't know how you do it, but I love it. Bottle of poison instead of an apple. Okay. Guys, what are we thinking? What do you guys think of the eyes, the expression, the eyebrows? Like, do we like it? I honestly really like it. I'm going to thicken her eyebrows a teensy bit. I honestly like her expression a lot. And I love her lashes. And not a lot of my creatures have, like, straight out lashes. Most of them have, like, you know, curly lashes. So this I feel like is really fun. And it's also kind of just a different visual language for this one. So fun. Both. Okay. Why do I find it funny that she's just bald right now? No, it honestly is kind of funny, but it's also kind of slay. Like, not to use such terminology, but like, she could be an icon. She could be a hairless icon. Sorry I'm late. No, it's fine. It may seem like you're late, but you're not actually that late. We basically have crafted this somewhat villainous character. I think she's going to be a plotkin. In fact, I'm just going to write plotkin down here because I do feel like that's kind of where this is going. We're thinking Mary. The only thing about Mary now at this point, which that was my favorite choice for the name at first, the only thing about Mary is that it's red, but it's not apple. You know what I mean? Bald queen. Like, honestly though, I kind of like it. I kind of like bald queen, but she could like be an icon with like big hair too. And last name, yeah, I'm thinking, Lucinda, why can I not think of any single last name I've ever heard in my entire life now? I can't think of any last names. Oh my gosh, what is going on? What about Star? What about Star with like 2 R's? Like, from the Beatles, you know? Lucinda Star. She could be cutesy or she could be like a diva. Snatch her wig off. No, but like honestly though, there could be 2 iterations of this character. The one that has her wig, and then when it gets snatched off, it's like she's bald. Like the Witches. Have you guys ever read The Witches by Roald Dahl? I think there were 2 different movie versions also done. But that's kind of what it is. They're like these elegant divas, but then secretly they're hairless and like their feet don't have toes or something. That is such a scary book, but I honestly loved it. You could have one side of her hair shaved. That's true. But I do feel like with this concept, like I do think one side of the hair shaved is a really cute idea, but I feel like with this concept specifically, it's kind of like neither here nor there. Like I'm kind of loving bald queen. Bald icon. Wait, guys, I feel like we're kind of on the same page about bald icon. Like someone was like, it's kind of funny that she's bald, but is it? Is it not elegance, class, and allure? Is it not like pure queen? I kind of think it is. Or if you find it humorous, then there is a touch of humor in it, which is totally fine. Apple core, please, Mary or Marilyn. I'm honestly down. I'm open to it. Should my creature be sassy or sweet? I think sweet. Snatch the wig. Yes. Her first name could be Eden. Yes. You guys, the rat could be wearing the wig. The rat could act as like a little servant that just walks around behind her for whenever she needs her wig. You know what I mean? And she can just like snatch it right off of him every time she needs it. And then he like feels kind of like bald after she always snatches his wig. Just a thought, her first name could be Eden. That's also cute. I like that. But also it's on the nose. And isn't it kind of wrong? Wouldn't it be kind of wrong if her name was Eden because she's kind of like nefarious? And the Garden of Eden is like, I don't know. Give her one strand of hair. She's bald and hurting people who have hair. Wait, what is that from? Can someone please tell me what that is from? Please, because I know what you're talking about, but I can't quite like pinpoint it in my mind. If I were to give her one strand of hair, where would it go? Like, are we seriously just talking like literally one, like, you know? Like, is that what you meant when you said one strand? It would have to be from the top of her head, because otherwise it would be like, what is that? And with this, it's so clear. I don't know. Gala is a name for apple, is it? I don't want her being bald. Honestly, you might be alone in that opinion. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you did. You started the bald revolution without even meaning to. I like her bald. She's bald, and attacking people that have hair. But that's actually lore, though. She could be literally doing that. Perfection. Masterpiece. Yes, like that. Wait, do you guys like her one single hair? Is this kind of incredible? Guys, this might be my favorite live creature we've done. Charlie Brown. What about him? I'm giving her a pet bird. So cute. I created a pet bird today. For Rebelle Plotkin. A little swirl on the top of her hair. Guys, I really like this hair. And it can be like red. Like this could be serious hair. Wait, she could honestly be Sally's mom. Like, kind of. And Sally has like dark red hair. I feel like that'd be perfect. Because if it was a light colored hair, I feel like that'd be less serious. But she's serious and elegant. So I feel like it should be like dark maroon. You know? Don't make her bald. I seriously think you're the only person that has that opinion because I feel like we're all really into the idea of this. I have to do my homework, but I'm going to watch you while I do my homework. Hopefully it doesn't distract you too much. Make that one strand the most fabulous thing in the world. Do you feel that way about it? Because I kind of like it. I think it is fabulous. Please make her bald. Yes, what if she shaved people and steals their hair for her wig collection? No, but this is perfect. Like, this is honestly, the lore writes itself. I mean, you guys are writing it and, you know, we come up with it together. But, like, it's so organic. What if oh, you just said that. A little curl to it. Should there be a little curl? I kind of like that it's just, like, floating in the wind. I feel like if we add a curl, it could be a little bit more like baby. And right now, it's pure elegance. Someone let me know. Amanita, yes. I do love that lore. Super curly, like the one single strand. Ooh, we could do that. We could do that. But once we go there, we kind of can't go back because the cadence of this hair like is not changing. So I'm going to go under another piece of tracing paper and we can kind of just see what that would look like. She's such a diva. Thank you. She slays. Thank you. No, I honestly really love her. If we were to do that, let's see how that would work. The one strand, we couldn't make it go behind her head because then it wouldn't be obvious what's happening. So it would have to like, I think it would have to go like, let's see. Like around her body, like this. And then it would like curl down to the floor. Do you see what I'm saying about the singular strand of hair? That's what would have to be if we were to do that. Thoughts? Wig snatch. Why do you only have one video but you have so many shorts? Honestly, I've just been creating on shorts. That's just like where I've been like engaging with my audience, and it's just the format of the videos I'm currently making. But I will be moving into long format as well. It's just that, for one, the shorts format has really worked for what I'm doing, which is the daily creatures. Like, I'm not going to make a YouTube video long format that's 40 seconds because most of my shorts are under a minute. And I do feel like it's really fun to engage, as well as the fact that it is, I can post every day. I really can post every day, and that's been a really amazing way to like just like engage with my subscribers and like be like make the community, really create the community and not be like so separate, because I feel like on long form sometimes it's like more of a production. So I will be doing that, but I wanted to just sort of build my audience first, and it kind of worked out that way naturally. Longer, so beautiful. Can we collab? Maybe. I've not collabed with anyone. Madison. This creature is perfection. On to the rat. Sweet with a sassy pose. Yes. Eden fits her more. Wig snatch. Okay, you guys, wait. Do you guys like this one strand of hair, like, going around? Or, like, do you like the one strand floating in the wind? I kind of like the strand floating in the wind. I just feel like it's more humorous, but I also do understand the sentiment of, like, having it go all around her, but let me know. Oh, yeah, and then let's decide about the apple cut in half. Do we like it? Do we not? I don't actually love it because I feel like it's kind of just, like, again, it just feels like it's neither here nor there. So I'm going to keep the string and we can kind of like decide what to do with it. But she could also just be summoning, like, she doesn't have to be dangling anything. She could just be summoning. You know what I mean? Guys, okay, someone just joined and is like, probably like, what on earth is going on? But it's honestly kind of iconic what we've just come up with. So I guess I'll explain to the people that are new. And yes, then we're going to move on to the rat. But I seriously need you guys to like, aside from, okay. I wish I could save these chats. I know that I can. I just personally haven't been able to do that apparently. But it's just really hilarious. For the person who just joined the live though, we've created this character based on the color red. We decided, there were these several things we came up with. We decided to go with a poison apple vibes. She's going to be a plotkin because she's going to be part of my villain series. She's just kind of like an icon. We're thinking like the apple core is kind of like her center, the floating apple, and then she has one singular strand of hair. We haven't yet decided if it's just going to be this strand of hair or if we're going to have it like go be kind of like all, like the single strand just goes all around her like this. And I'm going to need someone to answer that question so we can decide. It would go around her body a few times and then like down to the floor, which would be kind of fun, honestly. So we have to decide. And then really what we're looking now for is her rat. What are we going to do for her rat? I think we're in a really good place. We've been on this live for a little over an hour. And I think we're in a really good place with it. Oh gosh. What if the rat is eating her hair? Just a thought. That's cute. Servant, grooming the hair, yanking the apple, eating the apple, brushing the dress, offering food, resting. Oh, resting. But our last rat was sleeping. Okay, I've only seen, oh my gosh, a bald rat. I like that idea. How would I really make that work? But I think I would be able to figure it out. Okay, you guys really want her to have wig snatch? Which is, like, I don't really know if that's a name per se, but it could be like this. This I'll accept. Like, you know how, what's an example? Like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You know how he has, like, that name in quotation marks in the middle? That we could do. But I do think she should have a real first name. I made a rat on my channel. Oh my gosh, cute. Rat leaning on her dress. Mary, yeah, I kind of wanted to have a real name, but like you guys are literally spamming the chat with this name. So, Winnie is a good name. However, We already have a Winnie in this series. This little rat that's sniffing the flower is named Winnie. Gala. Wendy. What do you think is to think of Wendy? I don't know. She doesn't really look like a Wendy to me. She looks more like a... What does she just look like? I'm honestly not sure. I'm a little stumped on that one. Okay, shall we start working on the rat? I've only seen 2 people mention about the hair. Should I do the long strand? It's just kind of like a big decision. Like, that's then the decision. It does change the design of it. You know what I mean? To have something extra. It changes the shape a little bit. Mary fits her. Marilyn. Honestly, I do kind of like Marilyn. Marilyn Plotkin. I'll write it down. Nothing set in stone. But I do kind of like it. Okay. Oh, wait. Short. Okay, wait. What if she's holding the apple half, but the rat is eating the other apple half? I like that idea. Bald rat, long strand, no short. Wait. Oh gosh. It's mixed signals about the hairs. Short, long, short, long, short, long. Literally, it's 50-50. This person says, I don't care. I just like watching you draw. Thank you. I appreciate that. Short, long. Guys, it's literally like a 50-50 split. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah, I could make one side long and the other half short, but the thing is, like, the humor of the single strand is, I feel like, important to us as we've gone on this journey together. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's part of the lore that she has a single strand. And it's so funny. Guys, she could have 2 different iterations. You know, I could make one where she has... I think we should keep it like this. I personally have this exact drawing of where the strand would go if it goes around her. And when I show the final creature tomorrow, I think with all the colors, it'll be more obvious. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this version, but I'm going to color a version that has the long strand too. And then we can decide on like the final version. Is this the first time you used your initials in the bottom right corner? Where? What are you talking about? Of the drawing? No. Sometimes my initials come up on the bottom right corner of my video, like long form videos. Okay, guys, we're done deciding about the strand. I'm going to do the 2 different iterations for tomorrow's reveal. So don't worry about it. But for this drawing, we're going to keep it short, just so that we can kind of like work with this area because we might add more things, you know? Okay, let's decide. You like the cursive ZS in glowing pink. Thank you. Yes, that shows up at the end of my like long form videos, I think, in the bottom right corner. It's just you're probably not used to it because I don't have a lot of long forms. All hail. Okay, let's think about the rat, you guys. It's time. It's officially time to begin the rat. So, what are we thinking? We could do a classic, he's chilling on one of these sides and he's looking up at her. He could be clutching the apple. However, I do feel like that would mess with the perfection that is sort of like the symmetry of this drawing, which I kind of love her symmetry. So maybe not that. Although I do, that's my favorite concept you guys have come up with because I think that would be so cute. I just think visually it's gonna be off balance, you know? This person keeps saying Eden. I do this sometimes. I kind of just write both of the names and then you guys can kind of like see it visually and decide. Winnie could have a sister named Wendy. Oh, for the rat. I like the idea of the rat with the wig. Yeah. Okay. All right. So where do we want the rat? What do we want his positioning to be? Should he be looking up at her lovingly like we have on, where is that one? Pinky. Pinky the rat is looking up lovingly, and I feel like that could be kind of cute for this one too. Except, like, she has a long wig. That's what I was thinking about the name Eden. Like, Eden to me is kind of like good and pure, or like it's, symbolically, and she's nefarious. So I don't think it would make sense conceptually. I kind of like Marilyn Monroe. I kind of like Marilyn more because it's kind of diva. And then we have that like underlying knowledge that we picked Marilyn because we were originally going to make her name Mary for short, because Mary is like a red name, you know? What if she named the rat Wig Snatch because she sends the rat to do the wig snatching for her? That's so cute. Zoe, do you remove comments? I haven't had to. If I had inappropriate comments, I would remove them, but I haven't had any. Which just, tells me my content is just reaching the right audience, because everyone who's here in these lives and comments on my videos, like, kind of just, like, gets it, So we haven't had to worry about it much. Or at all. We haven't had to worry about it at all yet. The rat could have wings and be floating with the wig. That's cute. This person doesn't like the eyelashes. I kind of like them. What do you guys think of the eyelashes? No one's really talked about them. Looking at her lovingly. Okay, I kind of like that too. The rat should be shivering. Okay. The main thing I'm concerned about before we decide like what the rat is doing or wearing or eating or holding is just like, what general pose do we want? Are we having her just like standing on the side looking up? Because the last time we had one like up here sleeping in a cloud, So we have to kind of decide like at least just how he's going to be oriented, and then I can draw like the details. You know what I mean? Can you do them longer? Oh, longer eyelashes? I do feel like they go kind of long now, but actually it could be kind of fun. I just like that they're facing down. I feel like that's really fun for like a villain. Could do that. Because she's hairless, like her eyelashes kind of make up for it. I like that. Rat could be wearing a tux or a tie and holding up. She could be getting sick of being compared to apples. Oh, he could be holding an apple on one of those platters, like offering it. Offering a plate of wigs. I consider that too in my head, but I don't know if that would come across. I don't know if that would look like what it's supposed to look like. Rat snuggled up in the wig. I like that idea a lot. I just don't know if it'll come across that it's a wig. Oh, by her side, floating in the same pose as her. That's kind of fun. Because then it's also like everything around her just floats. The rat, the apple, her. The rat should be named Seedling. That's so cute. It just ties into the apple theme. Running. Wendy, Eden, Maroon, Strawberry. Okay. I'm just going to start drawing some rat ideas since no one's really telling me exactly what the vision is. This rat will be pretty hairless, other than a potential wig. I think that's where we're at. So one option is, I don't know. I don't know if floating is going to make sense. Because I don't want it to be too supernatural. The rat could be running, trying to catch his wig. I just woke up. Welcome to the day. Okay, I'm thinking the rat will be on this side because the other rats have all been on this side, I think. So I think I'm gonna trace just the general shape and size. Like, what do you guys think? I don't know if I'll trace, but I think this is the right size. I think we're trying to keep the rats all kind of the same size. And I think this would be the perfect placement for this rat. You know? Just kind of get a general understanding of his stance. I feel like it does kind of seem like she's going to have a boy rat, but I don't know. So I think that's kind of like the general little smile we could do. And he's just bold. But he could be like wearing a wig. I don't know if that's going to come across, but that's something I might have to add later with the colors to make sense. Crisscross. Oh, like crisscross applesauce. Yeah, it would be kind of funny if he was floating in the same pose as her. Crisscross applesauce. The rat should be on her right side and holding up a platter of half-cut apples. You're my favorite YouTuber. Thank you. Please make the rat crisscross applesauce. I like the idea conceptually. I just don't know if it like makes sense for the drawing of it. You know what I mean? We're happy as long as there's a wig. Okay. Well, I honestly like the idea of this wig here. I might have to kind of like work on the wig. Ooh, the wig could like kind of... And then of course he has to have a tail. And the tail is hairless. I think this is kind of cute. I know it's kind of similar to the first pose, but I feel like that's kind of fun. And I could sort of move him over a little bit. What do we think? Yeah, wait, which same idea? The floating idea? Yeah, kinda. The rat could be holding up, let's see. The rat could be holding up something. Whether that's a platter. Guys, we're literally almost done. Could be holding up a platter or just another apple. You know? And he just has a really long, luscious wig. Okay, sorry for the silence. Should he not have whiskers since he's hairless? Oh yeah, he could. Okay, if I do a long strand, I could have him holding it. It's almost my bedtime. That's fine. We're actually almost done, I think. Bye. It was nice to have you here. Yes, that wig is eating, this person says. But it honestly kind of is. Like, I love the wig. And I think it's going to be red. Wait. Guys, I'm loving this. What do you guys think of this rat? What do you guys think of the pose? I think I might change up the feet a little bit. And also the tail. I kind of want the tail to just like... Let's just kind of fix this a tad. Her little feet. Also, guys, since we're nearing the end of the live, I think, you guys should start coming up with names for the rat. I know you've already thought of a few, but I kind of want it to be on par with the other rat names because they're all probably siblings. So far we have Pinky, Winnie, Mavis, and Igor. So like, you know, a little cute 2-syllable name, I'm thinking. I will send you the video of my creature. Please, thank you, tag me in it. Marilyn looks like she's on a balcony. That's so true, like overlooking the kingdom. Yes, do you guys like the rat? I kind of like the rat, that the rat is like on par with her. Some of you guys said you wanted the rat to be like nervous and scared, but I kind of like the idea that the rat is like kind of on board with all of it and kind of loves it. So let's think of names. I like Marilyn. But we could think of other names. I mean, the other villains have R names. So she could have an R name. The rat, I think I'm going to move him down a little bit. I think he's going to be more here. More like floor level. I love how Marilyn looks like she's doing some sort of ruling or public speaking, and the little rat is offering her a little apple. She's just trying to stay cool. Exactly. I don't know. I want his name to be more like, you know what I mean? Like Pinky, Winnie, Mavis, and Igor. Should this be a boy rat? Like, what about, like, I don't know. Like Russell or something. I don't know where that name just came from. Or Ross. Or Russell. Like something with an R, maybe? I don't know. I just came up with those kind of out of the blue. Boy rat, yes. Because we have, I think, 3 girl rats and 1 boy rat. So maybe we need a boy rat. William. It's just like so out of the realm of what we've been talking about, but I like it. What should my creature have on her dress? What about like a giant pocket with something fun in it? Rupert! Oh, this person suggested Rupert. Guys, Rupert the rat? Come on. That's so cute. Do you guys like Rupert? Rupert! Rupert is so good. Oh, I feel like that's right up the alley of the other rats. Wait, someone says. I'm waiting. Yes. I just feel like we kind of cracked the code with Rupert. Guys, I love it. Do you guys like it? I feel like we're in a really good place with it. The only thing we kind of didn't do is add a anything dangling from her, like apples or anything. Yeah, we're almost done, I would say. Are you going to fix Mauv's hair? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, how we were going to do what's it called? We were going to do a purple streak in her hair, but I forgot. Maybe. Wigford, someone suggested. It's kind of like butlery, the name Wigford. Maybe she just calls him Wigford. Love your rings. Thank you. I know I just sneaky put this ring back on because I love it so much and it's so fun for the red. You guys, do we want her to have any jewelry? Any extra little like things? Nothing's dangling from her hand. I don't know. What do you think? Earrings. We could do earrings, and I would love to do earrings. It's just that they're kind of going to interfere here. So she could just have like, you know, little earrings of some sort. Like little hoops or like little seeds. Pizzazz, exactly. I was thinking of the random bow on her hair, kind of like how Pinky has the bow at the end of her tail. But I don't know, I just feel like it's so elegant the way it is. You mean strand. Thank you for that clarification. What about her earrings? I did put like little, just like some things. They could be like little hoops or something, just to add a little something, you know what I mean? I'm kind of loving the way she looks, you guys. We could do some necklaces. We could. You know, just like some like strings of pearls or something. You know? And they could be red. I don't know. I don't know if that really goes though. You don't like the apple up top? I like it. I feel like it really brings it all together. She would be a gold girl. I think so too. She should be holding some red wine. Well, she's not really holding anything. You know what I mean? I feel like her pose is kind of just as it is. Elegant, dark, slight gradient. Do we want a gradient? Also, I don't like the necklaces, you guys. I feel like it's too, like, I don't know why, but it's not giving glamour and gemstones. It's giving more kind of like hippie, and I'm not thinking that that's really the vibe she's going for. Now, I'm thinking for the dress, if we want to do a gradient, we could. We could start in like a brighter red and then do a gradient down to like a dark burgundy type of color. I feel like that could be fun. Little gradient moment. If you guys would want that. Or should it just be one color? I kind of like the gradient. It could also go from the gradient of that like off-white color that's on the inside of the apple to the deepest shade of the apple. What if she has a box of wigs in her house and she wears a different wig every time she goes out, but someone always snatches it and it flies away? I love that. This person said this stream is so long. Well, we're almost done. It's definitely a little bit shorter than usual. So I feel like, honestly, we are kind of ready to go. If you guys don't want any other accessories, I mean, you have mentioned other accessories and I've said no to some of them, but like, I guess the last thing to do would be confirm their names. This is Rupert/Wigford. Her name is Marilyn Plotkin. And I will do an iteration with the short hair and one with the long hair strand. And other than that, and other than like any ideas, just let me know what you're thinking for the colors. It feels like something is missing on her torso. I think you just feel that way because there's no color. Like I really do feel that when she has a red dress, it's really gonna make sense. Like it's really gonna make sense, the elegance and the chicness that she doesn't have like a lot going on. You know what I mean? Like she kind of speaks for herself. Is my mic glitching? Wait, maybe that's a sign I should turn this off. Like maybe we're done. I don't know. Someone let me know if the sound is bad. Well, I did put the apple seeds, but I feel like people were not responding well to it. Like the apple core, like that. She got made fun of because of her ability to only grow one strand of hair. Yeah, that could be her villain origin story. No, it's all fine. Why don't you color them in your lives? Honestly, it's just not that enjoyable to watch, and I'm doing it on my iPad with my Apple Pencil, and it's just, I don't know, there's nothing enjoyable to watch. First, you would have to watch me do the technical part, which is like take photos with my phone, and I'm using my phone to film, honestly, and then like change up the brightness so that it's just a bit higher contrast, then like take it into my iPad and then literally trace it with a pencil tool and then do the color, which like it takes a long time. And I enjoy doing it, but I don't think it'd be pleasant to watch on the live. Like there'd be no interaction, honestly. Oh, around the dress. I actually kind of like that idea. Like this. Like it looks like she's glowing with like sparkles, but like it's the apple seeds. I kind of like that idea. Like you look closely and it's apple seeds. What if a cohort for her is her enemy, someone with the most luscious, beautiful hair? A hair model. And it turns out to be a wig. I love that. Someone said, can you make a cohort for Pinky? Potentially. I mean, I feel like all the rats are kind of cohorts because they're all probably siblings. But honestly, I'm down because I love Pinky. Her enemy is Spring Flanagan. Yeah, because Spring literally just sprouts hairs all day. I think we ran away from the apple idea like a wig flying away in the wind. Guys, this has been a really fun live. I feel like we've really come together conceptually. This is probably the most conceptual character we've come up with on the live. You know, more design focused than some of the others, which have been more just like fun and like adding different elements to make them cute. I feel like this really has a story. So I feel like this is a really good place for us to stop. Marilyn Plotkin and her rat is Rupert/Wigford. And guys, I feel like we did it. Can you add a rhinestone belt? The reason I'm nervous about a belt is just that like she's not snatched. You know what I mean? Like there's no belt location. It would have to just be sitting. Which I don't know if that, I feel like that would kind of cut the vibe of like the flowingness of the dress that represents the apple core. Can I ask one thing? Sure, go ahead. I don't know. I don't like that. I'm sorry. I wish that I did truly, but I don't. You forgot to say wig snatch. Marilyn wig snatch Plotkin. Because you guys literally, that's all you've been commenting. So like I can't really ignore that. Guys, I think she's done. I think she's an icon. I think she's a legend. I think she is going to be so fun to add the color to. And I do think I'm going to move her rat a little bit down just here to this floor level. But I couldn't do that here because I didn't want to redraw it. And also the hair needs to truly flow. So it needed the space. Let's go, Bald Diva. Yes, I love her, you guys. This has been so much fun. And make sure to vote on my channel for the time zone. You guys always end up picking the same time, but I get so many people telling me that like it's not a good time for them or it's really late or something. So I'm still going to post a poll for the time. My next live is going to be Monday. The colors we have left for this are blue, orange. I think I want to do like a black and white grayscale character too, and then the extra green. So those will be the choices. I think I'm just going to put all of those options. Actually, maybe not. Maybe the black and white grayscale will be the last one. I don't know. Maybe we'll just give you guys all the options. So that's what you're going to vote on my channel. This creature will be revealed tomorrow, and I'm going to start a new creature series soon. I'm not sure if I should wait until we're done with the live color creatures, just because like they are kind of every other day. So it kind of like cuts into the series if I were to do that. Like I just don't think I can do all at the same time. So yeah, there's a new series coming soon. Also a long form video that I'm working on. So that's coming soon as well. Can you unmod me? Yes. How do I remove? Her eyes should be green. I was thinking that too. We're thinking green. I'm so excited. Yes, me too. I cannot wait to see the final creature. Well, I'm going to create her and then I'll show you guys. But yeah, this has been such a fun live. Make sure to vote for the next color and let me know in the chat if you're here what color you want the next one to be. I have a feeling we're going to do blue next just because it's very different from red. And I've been going kind of very out of order with the colors to make sure that we don't have too similar of ones back to back. And now that we've done red, I feel like blue would make more sense than going like orange. And the green creature, I feel like we'll do that second one later. People are asking to be mod, but I'm just like, I don't feel like I need a mod. Unless you can make polls. Slay. Vegetable queen. Who? Who's the vegetable queen? Here. Probably blue. Blue. Yeah, we don't really need mods. She better become the most what? Oh, the most viewed creature. Maybe she will. Maybe she will become like a fave because she's kind of... Guys, I feel like this has been really fun, so she might become a fave. Last question is, do you guys like the long gloves? Or do you think she should have a long sleeve dress? Because that is something to think about. She's giving elegance. She gives grace. Agreed. Gloves. Okay, gloves. I saw a video where mods could make polls. If you guys could make polls, I feel like that would be the only reason for me to put the mods back. Long strand. Yes, I'm going to do 2 different iterations. And she can be both. You know what I mean? Because the strand isn't going to add much in terms of like work for me. So we're going to do both versions. I might have to change my profile picture again. That's so sweet. Right now, just for people who are watching this randomly, Amanita Schmetterling Lover is the name, and her picture is Amanita Schmetterling, who's the first creature we ever made on live. And it's just so sweet. I feel like it's such a compliment that you would change to a different creature. They can, but only on the computer. Okay, that makes sense. Can you look at my creature? I can't look at the creatures while I'm in the live stream, but comment or like just comment on one of my videos or something and let me know. She tries her best with her strand because it's the only hair she can grow. Yeah, we're done. Unless you guys have any other like random thoughts or questions or like things that you think I should add, I would say we're done. Yeah, I can't wait to reveal this creature tomorrow. Such a fun Sunday creature to share. This has been a really fun live. I've had such a good time with you guys. And I'm excited to see you for the next one. Chair. What do you mean chair? Bye. Wait, someone says, wait. What? Wait, what? I'm waiting. But I don't know what I'm waiting for. Guys, I love this rat. I feel like this rat is underrated, but it's going to be super iconic. The rat himself. Can you make a cohort for Midnight Creature Cat? Midnight Mahoney? I haven't ever been asked that before, but I'm open to it. I think maybe I should, maybe while we're doing these live creatures, while we're doing this series, maybe in between I'll just do cohorts so that I don't start a whole new series that I have to like chop up. Maybe next week we'll do cohorts too, because there's a lot of other cohorts that you guys have requested. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, Mahoney. Yes. Everyone spam by, this person says. That was not me. Okay, you guys, this has been so much fun. The name is Giving. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Wait, did someone just change their username? Guys, this has been so much fun. I cannot wait to see you next time. My next live stream will be Monday, probably at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will see you tomorrow with the reveal of this creature and her little cohort.